Hello YouTube, this is video number 24 in my 30 in 30 video series for Trans Awareness Month. I'm trying to do 30 videos in 30 days for the whole month of November, and I'm still behind a couple of videos, so this is another catching up video. So today's question comes from a user on Formspring, which is a service that allows people to ask questions either anonymously or publicly, and gives me a forum to answer questions. So the question is, I was wondering, while you were still in the figuring things out stage, what compelled you to initially want to live as a woman? Was it something you knew you always needed to do, or was it part of a process of discovery, I guess through trial and error? Well, I mean, first things first, I don't live primarily as a woman. As I discussed in one of the other videos, I actually tend to exist in this sort of liminal in-between space. But I will interpret this as what initially prompted me to present as a woman and do so publicly outside of, the privacy of my own bedroom. Some of it was, compulsion is actually a pretty decent word for it. I've been cross-dressing since I was very little, and I didn't know why then, but it was just a matter of wearing this set of clothing made me feel comfortable and made me feel right, in a way that having to wear boys' clothing every single day all the time didn't. I didn't have a problem every single day wearing, boys' clothes, but some of those days that I did. And so, sort of when I could sneak away or sneak an article of clothing and I could dress up, then, it just sort of restored a balance. But I didn't really understand why, and I didn't understand any of the situation until I got older and was able to, afford my own clothes. And, I still cross-dress privately and basically away from the eyes of everyone I knew. Even if I was out as a cross-dresser, I had come out, but I wasn't presenting publicly, and so what finally made me do that was just being unable to good girl. Was being unable to live with the constant lying and the feeling that I had to be ashamed and hide it away. And the only thing that I could come up with that would make me stop feeling ashamed was to own it, and own it publicly, and just stop hiding. Because the fact of the matter is, a secret is only powerful so long as you fear somebody finding it out. So, if I stop letting it be a secret, if I stop letting it be something I'm scared that people will find out about, then I have no reason to feel shame. I have no fear anymore, of somebody finding out, because I've already told them. I've taken that power away. By doing that, it gave me the opportunity and the courage to present publicly. So, a lot of it was trial and error. I was not, perfect presentation right out of the gate, and I was really nervous, and my first time presenting was around my friends, and so I was terrified of rejection, and so I didn't exactly make a good first impression as Brin, it was a lot of stuff that I had to figure out along the way, through some feedback and trial and error, and, just pushing my own boundaries until I could find where I was actually comfortable. I knew that I was not living in my comfort zone because I was uncomfortable all the time. So I had to seek out my new comfort zone and find out where that was going to be. And the only way that I could go on that journey, the only way I could find that destination was to start presenting publicly. Um, and I made a whole lot of new friends after I started presenting publicly. After I, sort of created the Brin persona as an outlet for my feminine side. And so that made it easier. They helped me out. They provided the affirmation that I needed to, feel comfortable enough to take another step forward. So, but, it all really came down to there is an unexplained compulsion to wear women's clothes, when I was younger. And then, as I got older, it just became this compulsion to be honest and compulsion to be open and stop fearing and stop being afraid and stop feeling ashamed and be myself with the people that I love. So that's where that came from. But again, I only speak for me. I don't speak for every bigendered person. I certainly don't speak for every transgendered person. That's where it came from for me, was, I don't know, the need to be an honest, authentic version of myself, I think is really the answer to, what compelled you to initially want to live as a woman. Yeah, so I hope that answered your question. So I'm going to try and keep making videos and catching up. So I'll see you for the next video. As always, send me email, brin@bigender.net. Go to Formspring, formspring.me/brinconvenient. You can ask me a question there. You can ask it anonymously. You don't have to have an account. You can also find me at tumblr.com/brinconvenient. I'm on Google+. I don't know. I'm on Google+ as Brinconvenient, so if that's a thing that you do, which means I think, you work for Google, right? Isn't that the joke? Add me there, and I'll add you back. So, yeah, so that's all I have. So more videos coming. Take care.